It is that season yet again, people. You know, a time for celebration, family, cheers, and, well, a Christmas-themed massacre movie, of course. And, well, before we go any further, I need to dress for the occasion. It's been a year, so it's a little dusty. I said, oh, oh god, I forgot how tight it was. Sorted. There really are just so many Christmas horror movies to choose from, and they range from anything from just being set at Christmas time to full-on Christmas characters. And yes, being set at Christmas time is enough to be a Christmas movie. Sorry, you can argue in the comments, but Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Now, looking through this long list of movies, one caught my eye in particular, and that was the mean one. Now, we all know the Grinch. He is a certified big boy of Christmas. You think of the holidays, you think of the movies, he's coming up top of your list, I can guarantee it. But he did always strike me as a little on edge, right? Like he is one bad day away from just killing everybody in Whoville. And well, I am so happy to say I have got the movie of my dreams. Literally. The Grinch in this movie is played by David Thornton. If that name doesn't ring a bell, his face will. And if his face doesn't, maybe his character will. Yes, that's right. We have got Art the Clown in a Christmas movie, baby. Well, technically it's the second movie now, because Terrifier 3 now, but this one came first, so we'll go with that. Seeing his face fills me with confidence in this movie. And let me tell you now, having now seen the movie, I was completely right to fully trust this man. Here, the Grinch, well, he is not too far removed from Art, let's just say that. So if you enjoy your Christmas movies, your horror movies, very gruesome thematic kills, this is the movie for you. So without any further ado, before we roll into 2025 with this intro, grab yourselves a drink, kick your feet up. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. Let's see how high we can get this before the end of the year. And a huge shout out to the channel members. Yous are here, yous are awesome. Thank you so much for believing in this channel. And now let's just find out. The Grinch that once stole Christmas, well, let's just see how many lives he can take this Christmas. Let's go. We are hopping right on into this beautiful little town, just retelling us the story of the Grinch.
Remember that story about Cindy you-know-who? When her Christmas was stolen, she knew what to do.
I'll hold my hand up and say I didn't expect this movie to put in that kind of effort. Well done.
She killed him with kindness and surprisiest of surprises.
I forgive you.
That one simple kiss made his heart grow 3 sizes.
I thought it would have been nothing more than your standard Terrifier movie with just the Grinch plastered on it, but no, they've done the research, they've put in the work. This beautiful poem narration just sets us up beautifully.
They loved their Christmas, those folks down in town. But what if I said, that's not how it went down?
I am absolutely a sucker for this sort of poetic narration in a movie, especially a Christmas horror. So much so that I want to add to this narration for you. It's a Christmas treat to set you up for the movie. You may expect your old friend, that green man named Carey. He was big, he was mean, and oh so scary. As the movie went on, he was lovely and still hairy, but this is the mean one. Your experience may vary. Cindy was looking for Santa, that he was nary. For this Christmas fairy, send you to the cemetery. Kind of fucked it at the end. I hope you enjoy. Now, lovely intro to this movie aside, the movie quickly takes a bit of a turn.
Honey? Oh! Get away from my daughter!
Yeah, this time around, old Mother Dearest arrives, and she does what any fierce mother would do.
Cindy, get back! He's a monster!
Oh shit, she went down fast. We are only 2 minutes into this movie and already the kill count has begun.
The deed had been done, and now it's too late. And that one alteration turned love into hate.
Monster!
I'm going to need to strap in for this one. We pick up around 20 years later with Cindy, now all grown up, heading back home for the holidays with Father Dearest.
Library. Used to spend a lot of time in there.
The small talk could use some work though. I hope it wasn't a long drive, because that's fucking torture.
Oh, Pontu's Pizza Pub went out of business.
The Rudolph mobile they are driving in, of course, eventually gets pulled over by the 5-0.
Problem?
Nose in the antlers. We don't allow those kinds of car decorations within the city limits.
I mean, in fairness, I've heard even something dangling from your rear view mirror is going to cause a distraction. This guy's bought a reskin for his car. Like, that's definitely not road safe. They just do this to set up the deputy.
Is that for real?
So they tell me. I just transferred in a few weeks ago, but The sheriff is adamant, and it is town law.
It's a nice little interaction. They are let on their way, and Dad, well, he likes to stick his toe out of the closet, if you know what I mean.
He's cute.
Oh my God.
Dad had a lot of introspection after the mum died, that's my guess. They arrive back at the old family home, and it is a one gloomy vibe in here. This is definitely not a place I'd be getting my nog on. With one creepy fireplace, what do you think happens, folks? Of course it's a fucking bat. What were you expecting? Definitely not a chimney sweep by the state of this place. It is night time now. We know this by the massive moon in the background. Looks like fucking Claude's been shooting at it a few times. Poor Cindy though is struggling hard back home, but thankfully, Dad is in attack mode.
Cindy?
Onwards to the diner the next day, and we just very briefly see the mayor putting up posters. I could have just left this out and it wouldn't have changed the scene. However, I can't help but feel it's relevant because she skedaddles when she sees Cindy. In comes the sheriff of the town who goes way back with Cindy.
Yeah, I remember you.
This is who you saw hurt Mommy? We found this outside. Whoever did this must have dropped it.
I've got to say though, he comes off just a little too smug. Hey, little girl who just seen your mother be absolutely murdered. The killer's not green, obviously, idiot. Fuck this guy. Dad Yule now wanders on in for some bonding over Christmas.
You know they don't sell any Christmas decorations anywhere?
What? Why?
They said nobody buys them.
And well, yeah, his small talk needs improvement.
Do you put up decorations?
Oh, I light the candles 8 nights a year.
You're Jewish.
Was it the nose? Whoville I put right in.
No, you pleb. Obviously the candles tipped him off. Why was that written? Cindy and her dad, done with her small talk, leave, and this young buck clearly has eyes for her.
Deputy?
Miss, Cindy.
Poor girl. Her mother was killed and her mind snapped. I heard she spent some time in hospital.
Really?
Breaks your heart.
Do you want to try and say that just a little bit quieter, mate? Like, she's right there. Hey, yeah, so her mum, yeah, she got fucking obliterated in front of her. And I heard she's absolutely insane.
Really?
Oh yeah, see you, Cindy. Forgot you were there. We were talking about someone else who also went through what you went through. Fuck. We quickly jump on over to old drunk Santa now getting his nog on. I suppose they do say Santa is always watching, so is this how he does it? Because I feel violated. Now they are home for the holidays, into quite an empty house. What do you think happens next, people? Well, it is Christmas decoration montage time.
Better.
Is this a flashback or a dream? You only use this kind of filter when it is not real. Gub here, having finished watching the mean one, let me just tell you, they use a weird amount of filters in this movie. And it's not for dream sequences or anything like that, they just like oversaturate scenes and then have lights blooming at you. Just, you've been warned. After a lot of fun and cheers, these two just rock, paper, scissors for the final chores. Cindy, of course, losing it, is on rubbish duty.
I got it.
She takes the trash outside, and unfortunately for her though, yeah, the front door gets absolutely thunder-slammed closed.
Behold the god of thunder!
Dad?
Ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum.
The door is locked shut, Cindy cannot get in, so that just leaves one question. What's going on inside? Oh shit, the Grinch is back already. I did not expect that. Daddy-o here, who knows his way about a fight, is standing his ground, but yeah, it doesn't go well for him. And as for Cindy, well, we just smash cut over to her waking up in hospital, and we get more poem narration.
Cindy's nightmares continued about the blood and the beast. If she hadn't lost her mind, she's misplaced it at least.
Can I just say, I still love this. I love the poems. I love the fact they done this. It's so extra, they didn't have to. Well done.
There's nothing wrong with me. He is out there.
She now gives her statement, which goes as well as you imagine it would.
A Santa suit, the little hat, and green.
And right on cue, there she is. It is the mayor, baby.
Hi, Allie.
Hi, Margie.
Are you ready for a brighter tomorrow?
This is just one long scene of Cindy telling everyone around her absolute facts. We know them as facts.
What if the Christmas killer is back?
Not again.
No, not again. It's the same one that killed my mother.
And literally everyone's reaction is, nah, yeah, she's crazy. Get her in the old loony bin.
The Christmas killer is back. After 20 years.
Yeah, I guess.
And as for Saint Nick, well, he is still watching for less than a second. Not even 24 frames, but again, it has to be relevant, people, so I kept him in here. Finally though, Cindy does get home, courtesy of the horny deputy.
You didn't have to drive me home.
Oh, it's all part of our service.
Fair enough to you shooting your shot yesterday. You might not have been great at it, but I accept that.
Was it the nose?
This might not be the best day to do it.
I don't think I have a future here.
You're leaving?
No reason to stay now.
None?
So, Cindy, looks like you need someone to be calling Daddy right about now. Am I right? Cindy, though, gives him a hand, not in the way he wanted, unfortunately.
It's nice to meet you.
And they go their separate ways.
Gotcha.
Dude, I just have to ask, do you really think there's some line that you could have said here that would have her throwing herself at you?
Homemade matzo ball soup.
You made this?
Proudly Jewish. You should try my arugula.
What's going on with you? What are you talking about?
The day after her dad was brutally murdered.
Okay, I got you.
Really? Our mayor is back on into the sheriff, and I'll put my hands up. This sheriff is actually pretty sound.
What do I owe them?
What are we gonna do about her?
Let her grieve. She's in pain.
And my heart breaks for her.
Shut your bitch ass up!
The mayor's whole deal I can just sum up quickly, and it is nothing more than, we need to shut Cindy up. We can't have panic in town. That's pretty much it.
I'm telling you, this town cannot go through another Christmas killer thing. Not again.
Cindy here is now just cleaning up her dad's remains. It's pretty grim, to be fair. And while she's sponging old Father Dearest out the cracks in the floorboards, well, she spots a little flower, and that gets her to searching. Because this flower just has to be unique somehow, right? But if I was in her position, any flower that was sitting there, I would just assume came from my own garden. Like, I don't know what's out there. So, like any grieving child would, she just sets off with the old horny deputy's thermos that's still warm somehow. Thankfully though, this seems to have brightened up her mood, because it is calm, it's peaceful, and she's just taking some snaps. Fucking Santa just ruins everything. But what's weirder is, she then just very calmly goes back to her spot. She just seems so unfazed at getting knocked on her arse down a hole on the side of a mountain. Like, not even a silly me, what am I like? Now, her calmness in the situation aside, it looks like shit is going down now. It is really going down, and our Cindy, well, she springs into action.
Hey, asshole! You're real?
I'm getting nothing but huge Power Ranger vibes from that.
Hey, asshole!
I can't tell if it's the lighting, the angle of the weird rock, but that is Power Ranger 101, right? Without much around her, she is just now throwing an endless supply of rocks and dips fast.
You're real! I'm real! You're real!
Almost like they cut something from the movie, we just jump straight on over to the paramedics on the scene, and unfortunately, our victim's gone full Velma.
Can you describe the man who attacked you?
Not really. My glasses flew off. I couldn't really see anything.
So with one eyewitness, without the best vision, Cindy is just popping off hard.
The monster that attacked you, you can describe it, right? I know you saw him. You were right there. Why won't you say what you saw? Tell him about the creature. Tell him!
Our big dick sheriff just rolls back on in to break things up, only this time, Cindy has proof.
What is this? Hellboy? Bigfoot?
You can see it's a monster.
Yeah, he's not the brightest. It's obviously not Hellboy. Nonetheless though, this sheriff is doubling down hard and now just victim blaming Cindy as a child. Like it's a big U-turn.
You ended Christmas with your crazy ravings about a monster.
I am not crazy.
Man, there is so much wrong with what he said. Like I don't have time to go into it all. Let's just move on.
I can't risk my town on the word of a girl with a history of mental illness.
And unfortunately for Cindy, Deputy Horndog is backing up his boss.
He's right. It's federal land, it's out of our jurisdiction.
That is until Cindy hands him the ID.
Found this up there. There's a bunch of them.
So?
How the hell is a bunch of IDs in a pit on a mountain not considered suspicious?
I'll see what I can do.
I find one in the street, I immediately think that's weird and there must be a backstory to it. Never mind loads of them. Not wanting to rule everything out though, of course he looks them up and uh-oh, looks like these Christmas killings really could be a trend. Now we jump on over to the biggest, most obnoxious group of Santas in cinematic history, baby.
Hey girl, I make you mine.
They just all continue to accept the clear sexual harassment going on for far too long.
I think I'll take an iced tea.
Thankfully though, this gal, well, she's got a mean right elbow. And this must be a tag team match because this asshole, he gets dragged away and iced somewhere else. Absolutely frozen in fear, our gal gets locked in too. God damn it, Grinch, she didn't even do anything wrong. That's cold. But gob, if she's now locked away, what could possibly be happening in the front of shop? I love this. That's all I've got to say at this point. I bloody love this. I kind of thought that they would keep the Grinch hidden to a degree, but no, he is just on display and it is incredible. Our sexual harasser is back from the toilet, empty bladder and all, and this is where things finally kick off. It is pretty much as you would expect, folks. It is a hell of a lot of killing. Is it just me, or does it sound as though they left out a layer of audio when they were mixing this? I cannot put my finger on it. Like, we've got the music. It's a little quiet, but it is there. We've got the screams, we've got the impact noises, we've got the ambience. Like, it's all there, but it feels like something's missing. And easily my favourite kill so far, people. She might as well have had a banana under her the way she slept. It was perfect. Hold up a second, I know that noise. And this came to me immediately thanks to none other than Father Gub's obsession with Serious Sam. It's those fucking headless bomber guys. Unfortunately for this guy though, he was all bark and no bite. As you might have guessed by now, this whole kill scene goes on for quite some time. Even the driver's outside, like, yeah, it's a regular Friday. And as for our final gal, well, she is mincemeat. Don't you worry, the Grinch has not forgotten. Our unfortunate worker this evening gets let out, and she just has to walk in on all this chaos. I respect the Grinch for having some morals here. I mean, it's a low bar obviously, however, he's got some morals to keep her alive. We hop on over to Cindy postering up, and the sheriff, well, he's having none of it as you might expect.
I'm just trying to help.
I know, but you're not. Go home or come with me.
The mayor definitely got into his ear, right? Like, that's what's happened. We see the news reports, and you know what? I'm just going to let the narrator explain this.
Cindy felt her blood turn to ice at the sight. That's when she heard something go bump in the night.
Of course, like any good horror movie, we've got a bit of fuse box flickery going on, and the Grinch, yeah, he's closer than Cindy thinks. And when I say near, I mean, yeah, it's coming in. Hold up, did somebody shoot it? That is definitely a gunshot right there. It is not over yet though, people, as the Grinch is back for round 2. Oh shit, it is Santa baby. Let's fucking go.
You're gonna have to learn to hit harder than that.
They now just dip to the bar where Santa gets to drown his sorrows with bourbon and cookies. But finally, Cindy has someone that believes her.
I knew when you came to town that thing would be back.
They get to talking for a while and we get some of that inevitable proof.
Looks like this.
Okay, I say proof loosely.
He goes by a lot of names, but to me, he's just the mean one.
Oh, they said it.
You ever wonder why nobody in this town ever celebrates Christmas? Songs. God rest we three kings of Orient.
I mean, I reckon nobody joined in because you're a steaming old drunk, but sure, we'll go with that.
If he sees tinsel or hears a song or smells chestnuts, he'll attack.
The mean one is killing anyone or anything that is just a little too Christmassy. I mean, if that's the case, maybe this guy should shave and change up the colours, you know? He's not doing well to not look like Santa. We even learn that his wife, probably Mrs. Claus for the sake of it, she was killed purely for posting presents and not even celebrating.
That thing, he cut her in half.
I mean, Jesus Christmas, mate. Like, she wasn't just killed, she was absolutely split in two.
I've talked to your sheriff until I'm blue. He won't listen to me.
I think he'll listen this time.
Surely that is enough now, though, for the sheriff to take things seriously.
Nope.
Are you out of your mind?
Oh, well. Plan B then, I suppose.
Have you heard about the killings out at the diner? Maybe somebody there saw something.
That's out past I-96. That's state police territory.
It turns out even the diner was different territory, so he is just having none of it.
Feds handle the mountains. State police in the valley. What exactly do you do?
I protect this town!
Thankfully though, old Sheriff Blue Balls, well, he is ready to bend the rules.
How about I head up to the mountain? I'll let you know what I find.
They just get to hunting back in the old ID pit from earlier in the movie, and the deputy, yeah, well, he's come with an easier way into the pit than Cindy. Like, thank God someone did. However, a little Christmas dog starts playing those lovely festive tunes and, uh-oh, the mean machine's here. I mean, I have to say though, this cop is a plonker. I mean, first off, he immediately kneels on the dog again, starting it up. And then he makes it no more than, I think, 2 steps. Just kill him now, Grinch, please. Like, just put him out of suffering. Our deputy, though, makes a mad dash for it and runs right on into old Santa Claus.
Let me go! All right, take it easy.
How the fuck is this man on the force? How's he got a badge and a gun? Like, someone explain that to me.
I think that guy might have killed somebody.
Guy. He still thinks it's a guy.
Our not Santa here, though, yeah. He's not just packing presents this Christmas. He is just packing.
Whoa. Hey, you got permits for these?
You gotta get yourself a weapon, boy.
I must say, though, this cop is far too trusting.
You have no idea what you're hunting up here, do you?
No. Can you tell me?
Like, we know the not Santa Santa is good. However, he fought back, is holding a weapon, has multiple weapons, is probably out his tits on eggnog, and is known in the town to just be a little bit nuts.
What are you hunting? What's up here? Hey, wait!
The fact this deputy is just accepting all this is mad to me. We catch back up with Cindy and all the IDs, and finally, she gets the backup she deserves.
You believe me?
I couldn't get a good look at him, but I think something's going on here.
You're a forgiving soul.
Jewish. It's in my blood.
How's that working out for you, historically?
What is with all the weird Jewish talk this movie? It feels forced.
We still have our souls. Better to forgive evil than become part of it.
Yeah, well, I'm not Jewish.
Oh, there's hope for you yet.
Somehow, and I have no idea, we move on from that to some smooth talking, and finally, it looks like my guy might be getting somewhere.
Why'd you do that?
Because I wanted to impress you.
Well, I am impressed.
And when I say somewhere, let's just say these two dirty buggers need a place to clean off. Just like this bathroom, it is getting steamy all up in here until...
Nightmares made it hard to know what's real.
Oh, get fucked, movie. I actually thought that was happening. Cindy now dedicated more than ever to killing the Grinch. You know what that means. It is montage time, baby. We have got ourselves some punching, kind of. We have some shooting, like, kind of. And we have some traps. Definitely, not even kind of, we've got traps. We stop by for just a little shopping trip, purely so the deputy can know that Cindy is up to something.
I know exactly what I need to do. Ooh. Take a dozen of those.
Don't worry folks, we're not shopping long. Back on over to the better side of the training now. This gal is covering all bases. I mean, she is giving us some CQC that Solid Snake would be proud of. That was not fun to try and say. CQC Solid Snake we're proud of. Say that 3 times. She even has the shooting range down now. And of course, for good measure at the holidays, we get some dual samurai candy cane swords. I love the levels of cheese this movie's going to. We just hop on over to this chap, and as a new face to the movie, I'm not hopeful he's going to get to the other end of this scene alive.
Here you go, buddy. Thanks, Charlie.
Thankfully though, there are no Christmas decorations in sight.
What the hell? You dropped off the wrong package. I ordered bell peppers, not jingle bells.
How the hell does someone mess that up? Hey, yeah, I said we needed bell peppers, and all I've got here is the complete series of Pepper Ann on DVD. I mean, come on guys, get a finger out. Now just up the tension, we get the old jingle jangle at the front door.
Sorry, we're closed.
But uh-oh, someone is already in. After what is far too many tilted camera shots, our main man Grinch is here to cause more havoc. He picks up the cleaver and our Bell surplus cafe owner is up next. That kill noise sounded like a video game character falling off a cliff.
I drew you a picture. It's by
Thanks, kid.
He gets the old tried and tested cleave to the head, but the Grinch, yeah, he is going one step further. They really couldn't have just had the actor put a couple of bells in his mouth for that shot. It's clearly not there. Our Santa not Santa is unfortunately picked up. He's had one too many nogs and tried to drive the old sleigh home.
I didn't do nothing.
Oh, come on, Doc. Twice the legal limit.
I'm trying to help you, Sheriff.
And from there we jump on over to the mayor, who is now just trying to dip from this movie.
Going somewhere?
Just heading up to Tahoe, see my sister for the holidays, that's all.
This shady piece of shiitake is just doubling down hard.
I want to know if you did anything to bite me in the ass if someone looks too closely.
I'm not your deputy anymore, Pete. I can't do your job too.
It feels like it's enough for our sheriff to now realise the truth.
If I burn, I'm pulling you into the pyre.
We are now back on over to Cindy, now just, what looks like circling weird things that stand out about the Grinch.
Quite right. Maybe his heart is 2 sizes too small.
Yeah, if it was me, I would definitely start with the clearly not human face as well, Cindy. Like, fucking good eye on you. But our deputy comes rolling on in with a break in the case.
Yosemite hiking pass? They're all hikers. Every single one of them.
Now with what is a lot of bad Photoshop, people, we see there's some connections here.
He's here. All these people went missing between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
He hates Christmas.
Guess what I found? This website is run by Mayor McBean.
We are now taking the conversation into the other room. Not like that, deputy, sorry, you may have to wait a little longer. And we stroll into what I can only describe as Cindy Strode's Weapon HQ. She is really focused on getting the Grinch now. Like, I get it, but it's getting obsessive.
I'm not gonna be patronized or lied to or told it's all in my head. I know what I saw. I don't need your permission. I haven't done anything illegal.
I mean, I don't know the law. I'm willing to bet there's a few broken right now with your multiple unlicensed weapons, most likely, and your unlicensed hunting trip against an unknown animal.
I haven't done anything illegal.
There's definitely a few things been skipped over. Enough of that, though. We're not here to worry about the law, as our mayor-elect is having some car trouble. And by a little, I of course mean fucking everything is going off.
Oh, no, stop.
Deciding to have a stab at it herself with a wrench for some reason, she goes to see if she can get this car back on the road, but uh-oh. I love this kill. And what's better is, it keeps going. After what is a lot of roadside trouble, shall we say, the Grinch just drags off most of the mayor-elect. Not all of her, because she's not in one piece. Back on over to the sheriff's station, and shit is getting tense.
I traced the address on the website.
I thought that was buried deep.
I'm a trained investigator.
I genuinely, and I'm not just saying this, I genuinely didn't see that coming. Whether it's because the twist was semi-decent, or, more likely, my expectations were so low and I was not thinking about the story. Who knows? Now we know who's behind it, I hear you ask, Gub, why did he do it?
Every December, new murders, people vanishing every single year.
Well, for that one, people, it is flashback time. Back in the day, Sheriff was on the hunt for a missing person, and I can only hope he finds poor Stephanie.
Can you come to me? Stephanie?
Oh, god damn, never mind. I hope they're stick-ons. So with that first encounter behind us, our sheriff just keeps monologuing. Like, for real, this goes on for ages.
I tried to feed it.
The only problem was, old Grinchy wasn't a fan of goat meat.
The next year, he had a taste for a different kind of meat.
Ha! Gay!
Okay, well, I say only problem. There's definitely a few problems here, but that's one of them. So with go off of the menu, the sheriff and the mayor decided to set the website up to effectively deliver Roo the Grinch meat. That's the way I'm putting it.
People are dying.
Not my people. My people are safe!
Deputy Blueball's here, hearing enough. Well, he sets off to go hunting himself.
Where are you going?
Hunting.
And as for the sheriff, well, it's that time in the movie where we've learned the worst of him, and now he's immediately getting a conscience.
You're gonna get that boy killed, Sheriff, and that's on you!
We hop on over to Cindy with what I can only describe as the most unnecessary role in cinematic history.
But who's hunting who was becoming less and less clearer.
There was no need for that. Like, she could have walked or crawled. Like, she looked like I dropped my controller playing Elden Ring. That's what that was. However, roll aside, she did it with purpose. Something's coming for her.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Bloody hell, this dude really does get around a lot for being the town drunk.
I came to warn you about that boyfriend of yours!
Boyfriend? Who? Burke? He's not my boyfriend.
Our deputy, though, is in the thick of it now, and I really do hope he gets out of this. Like, he's been not bad.
He's gonna be alright as long as he doesn't do anything Christmassy.
Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made it out of clay.
Oh well, never mind, he's fucked. With just a little bit more slinking around, Cindy has finally arrived. Well, I say arrived, she's at the bottom of the hill, so I'm guessing it's going to take her like 3 to 5 business days to reach him. And our poor lad takes a tumble. It is looking grim. Hope is dwindling until...
Sir?
There's that conscience finally pulling through. He just scares off old Grinchy Pants and runs himself on into the lion's den.
I took an oath to protect this town.
No, Peter! What?
Meanwhile, Cindy, yeah, she's like teleported up to the top of the mountain, so I don't know how, but she's here now.
Cindy!
With some spooks in the cave, it's very clear what they're going for here is like a gunfire light shows the Grinch's face for a moment type of thing.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Now, it is a really cool idea. I respect it. But this is the best they could do.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
I'm sure that's what you were going for. Without a few more rounds in the barrel to light the way, our bastard sheriff is down.
And a Happy New
Meanwhile, Cindy and the deputy, they are just outside the cave. Like, they've not went far, but it is that downbeat of the movie.
I dragged my dad here so I can be just, that much happier, and then I get him killed.
No.
And I pushed the sheriff, and now he's gone, and you.
And the deputy just turns into Batman for a moment.
I'm not dead.
So Santa, not Santa, is taking deputy to the hospital, and as for Cindy, you ask?
Get him to the hospital.
Hey, what's your play?
Time to roast this beast.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Oh shit, it is final fight time, baby. Did she really have to get changed for this though? Like, I accept she maybe had to put the lights up to lure him, but actually, if the lights were the lights up earlier, I genuinely forget. If the lights were up earlier, the Grinch would have been here already. She's done a lot in a short span of time. In either case, she is out here, ready for the final fight, dressed like the waitress.
Tiny boy, little boy, baby boy, I need you.
Our Cindy, though, has a plan tucked up her lovely pink sleeves. She's going to play asleep and trick the old Grinch. He, of course, comes right on down that chimney. Remember the chimney from earlier? That's why it's relevant. And he stumbles right on into her trap.
Guess who?
And if you thought that roll from earlier in the movie was unnecessary, like I did, oh no, it gets so much worse.
With a gleam in his eye.
How is she not just snapping her neck there and then? There is better ways to get off the couch, Cindy. Thankfully, though, she is not going at this alone. Our old Santa boy is outside keeping cover.
The hunter proclaimed,
Merry Christmas, you green bitch!
Meanwhile, inside, yeah, Cindy is blasting.
You're a dead one, Mr.
Nah, hold up a second. Did she decorate her bloody shotgun? Did she forget that this was all for her mum who got killed and her dad that got killed days ago? Like, maybe even yesterday, who knows? This girl's out here making cute little camos for her guns. Like, it's wild. After that, though, it seems quiet. A little bit too quiet until... I need to ask, did Cindy practice that too? Like when she was punching the bag and at the shooting range, fair enough. They're skills that you're going to need and you can probably assume are going to come in handy. But did she also spend a few hours just doing like car slides and roly-polies? Like, this girl is skilled.
Slippery. Get back to your safe zone. Stick to the plan!
Even her vest is decorated. Like, Cindy spared no expense. If she's going to go down swinging, She's going to do it in style. Our dear old Grinchy appears yet again, and it is time for even more blasting. The fights in this movie just do not end. Do you think that stops the Grinch? Wake up, people. This is the mean one we're talking about. Okay, I'm genuinely coming round to Cindy now. Like, she is fucking badass. These two go back and forth for quite some time, but thankfully, and I am not making this up, Cindy has a few Christmas bauble hand nukes ready to go. No bloody way did she make something that explosive. I love this movie. The Grinch is seemingly unkillable, but thankfully they find his weakness. Just like me, it's fucking Christmas carols sung by kids.
Yahoo! Glory! Motherfucker!
This is the one part of the movie I sympathise for the Grinch. She whips back the rug for a tinsel fuse. Yes, you heard me right, people. A tinsel fuse. And now, when we come to it is final fight time. Cindy has her knife in hand, ready to go, but then...
You kept all this time?
Okay, you have to level with me, Cindy. What are we doing here?
What happened to you?
You decorated for this, right? Like, he killed both your parents. One very recently. Your dad's blood's probably still on the floor. You've also gone through like 4 costume changes. Like, what are we doing? Now though, viewer, just to balance the scales, we get a sympathy flashback.
Monster!
Oh shit, that's the message of the movie. They made him the monster. See folks, it's like the Grinch. Because the Grinch wasn't really a bad guy. They just made him a bad guy, and it's like that here. Just with a lot more blood and guns. And it's the Grinch. So of course, with that soppy backstory, Cindy does what we would all do in that situation. She gives him a kiss.
I forgive you.
Can I just point out, even old Deputy Blueballs here hasn't been that lucky yet. What an unlucky sod. Now I'm willing to bet you've all heard the phrase, kill them with kindness, right? It's a fairly common phrase, we've all heard it. Well, I'm just going to let this next bit play out for you. It literally grew 3 sizes. I love it. I love how cheesy it is.
We know that his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
I even love the final moment of him rolling over. It's basically Captain America. We cut on over to the news now. A lot of TikToks, because it's a modern movie, of course. And hey, actual YouTube for once. Well done.
I don't know about this Whoville monster video, y'all.
Dressed as Santa Claus?
So now, people, with the Grinch dead, we have Christmas back in Whoville.
With the danger behind them, the town found new life. People found joy in both tinsel and lights.
Get your mulled wines at the ready, people, because it is all sweet and dandy. We've got Cindy and Deputy just cutting about the markets, and even Not Santa's fine too.
Be my guest.
Was he supposed to be friendly there? Because that shit was tense.
Be my guest.
But Gob, I hear you ask, what about the police? What about the investigation? This movie wraps that all up in a nice little bow for us.
That's took everything?
Body, photos, every last shred of evidence.
The feds just took everything, and that's it. All the evidence, the body, The feds have covered this whole movie up. And almost like the B plot to this entire movie, these two finally smooch and rub funnies.
Yeah?
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah. Yahoo Dory.
And from that, roll on into credits.
And so ends our story with holiday cheer. And they all lived happily ever after. Well, at least till next year.
And there we have it, folks. The Mean One. What is quite possibly my favourite Halloween horror now, like of all time. Like, it's so good. Is the movie winning awards good? Hell no. Is the movie good at what it does? Absolutely, it knocked it out the park for me. This movie does have its flaws, of course. The dialogue, not amazing.
Was it the nose?
It also kept using almost every filter under the sun, so what looked like it could be a dream sequence was just the movie. It was weird. I don't know why they kept doing that. But see, taking this movie at purely what it is, and that being a Christmas slasher replicating the Grinch, I cannot fault it. We had the little poems in here. Sure, they might not be for everybody, but that little bit of added flair shows that they cared about this movie, right? Like, they went the extra bit of effort. The Grinch himself looked incredible, acted so well. I genuinely think, had I not known that this was also art playing the Grinch, I would have worked that out quite quickly. They're very similar, it's quite distinct, but my god, what perfect casting. The kills in here were so beyond extra, it is exactly what I wanted. Not only was it extra in the kills, but the Christmas themed kills and weaponry were fucking perfect. You know when a movie's bad, right? But it knows what it is, so you kind of give it a pass on things. This is like the definitive knows what it is movie, and I am here for it. I know I kept calling them the Grinch, you probably would as well, and anyone describing this movie. I don't think they actually call them the Grinch anywhere, like probably for legal reasons, to be fair. I don't know if I added it in. If not, there's a woman in the bar earlier who just keeps jumping in over not Santa, and it is clear at that point they couldn't say Grinch.
Finch! Order for Mike Finch! He's a mean one, that Mr. Finch! Last call for Mike Finch!
So that was my thoughts, views, critiques, a hell of a lot of praises for the Mean One. And you know what? Since it's Christmas, let's just throw it out there. What was your favourite kill? Not because they deserved it necessarily, just the method. Let me know. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what I've got coming out, go ahead and hit subscribe. You'll be ready for the next video. You can find me on the socials or join the Discord. Links to all of that are below. So with all that behind us, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you on the next one, and happy holidays.